Hey friends, welcome back to Storytime with Mr. L, and today I want to talk about the 40 new middle grade novels that are coming out to my students this next week, and I really want to be able to share these books with them. I'm so excited to get them into their hands, so let's get started. Some are filling holes in the collection, and some are brand new, and some are just things that we needed to get in our library. So here we go. Let's start with a picture book favorite is the Creepy Books, Creepy Carrots, Creepy Pair of Underwear, Creepy Crayon, and Aaron Reynolds' newest book, Jasper Rabbit's Creepy Tales, Troubling Tonsils, is gonna be a hit. The kids are going to absolutely go crazy for this. The kids who grew up reading the picture books are now going to be given chapter books about Jasper Rabbit. This is book one. Book two is coming out shortly, so super excited. One of my favorite series and an author that our kids love, Catherine Applegate's Endling series about Bix the Dairn, who is trying to find her way through the world and going on all kinds of adventures and believing that she is the last of her kind. Book one, book two, book three. Kids love the Ivan series. They love Wish Tree and Otter and Crenshaw, and they're gonna love Endling. So super excited to have these coming out this week as well. We have a copy of Kelly Yang's Front Desk in our library, but we only have book one. So I got another copy of book one because our copy is never on the shelf. It is checked out every week. It is never available. But to go with book one, we also have book two, Three Keys, book three, Room to Dream, book four, Key Player, and we also got book five, Top Story, and book six has just come out, Top Chef, so we'll have to get that one on the list too. There's always something new and exciting to put on the list. We can never keep caught up, but here we go. Kelly Yang, so fun. A little bit of historical fiction, Max in the Land of Lies. I love these two books, these Max books about a Jewish boy from Germany who escapes to England, and then in this one has returned to Germany in a fully different capacity as a British spy. So that is super cool. I'm currently doing a read aloud of the book one with one of my sixth grade classes, and they are loving it. So Max in the Land of Lies. And three Jennifer Nielsen books. We have One Wrong Step. If you haven't read Jennifer Nielsen, keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time. So exciting. We have Uprising and her Titanic thriller, Iceberg. Fun. Super, super fun, especially for those kids interested in the Titanic. And we know that there's a lot of those kids out there wanting to know more about what happened on the ship. So talking about filling holes, sometimes we have a hole filler right here, Captain Underpants, number 10. We just didn't have it. We had all the other ones. We had 1 through 9, we had 11 and 12, but we didn't have 10, so now we do. So we'll get those kids who are Captain Underpants fans. Such a fun series, ready to go with that. My kids love Goosebumps. They can't get enough of R.L. Stine and all the different Goosebumps books and the scary books. So here is a new Goosebump book for the kids, Slappy Beware. They are gonna be fighting over this one. Can't wait to see it. Anything Minecraft, but Minecraft chapter books are like gold. So these are gonna be hot commodities as we roll those out. Stick Dog, but not just Stick Dog in full color. How cool is that? It's like the bad guys going from black and white to color, and now Stick Dog is starting to go to color. So this is book one, which we actually don't have in our library. So book one, Stick Dog, full color, amazing. Sherlock Bones, 2 books in one, which is super fun. This is kind of a new series for us. I don't really know much about it, but it looks really exciting, and I think it's gonna be fun. And a short little novel, Pug Pals, for our 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade readers, or for just those kids who are excited to get into a book with lots of pictures, not as much text. Pug Pals. Stuart Gibbs, author of The Fun Jungle and Space Camp and Spy Camp and all of these things. We've got Once Upon a Tim, sort of a fairy tale book, not very thick. Should be a quick read. Should be fun for our kids. We also have book 1 of the Nocturnals series coming out, a little more fantasy into our library. You can never have too much fantasy. Kids getting excited about reading about other creatures and other lands and adventures. And then this one that I don't know that well, but it looked pretty exciting, The Wayfinders. Looks like a really fun read too, Wayfinders. This is book, I don't know if this is book 1. I'm not sure this is a series. I need to find out more about this. All right, what else do we have? Oh, 2025 Newbery Silver Medalist. Magnolia Wu unfolds it all. Magnolia tromping around New York City, finding the owners of lost socks. Her family owns a laundromat, and she is on a mission to get socks back to their rightful owners. It's a pretty fun read. Also, not too long, pretty fast read. Diary of a 6th Grade Ninja. Who doesn't love ninjas? And especially if you have 3 books in one. Each book's only about 100 pages long. They are a little bit heavy on text, but obviously written for our 5th and 6th graders, so they're going to enjoy reading that. One of the most popular series last year and this year, and one of my personal favorite series, which is maybe why it's so popular, I talk it up all the time, is Ben Yokoyama. And we've got Ben Yokoyama and the Cookie War, which is book 6 in Matthew Swanson's Ben Yokoyama series, book 6, Ben and the Cookie War. And then we also have Ben Yokoyama and the Cookie of Destiny. These are the only 2 I haven't read. I kind of feel like I just want to keep them for myself and not really share them with the kids, but I know that I'll find time. Shouldn't be making time to read books 6 and 7 of any series, but I can't help it. I love Ben Yokoyama and his friend Janet and all of the crazy adventures that they get into. Kwame Alexander and Jerry Craft got together and wrote a book together, J versus K. I don't want to say it's Jerry versus Kwame, but it kind of reads like Jerry versus Kwame. And there's a lot of them putting their personal opinions and ideas into the text and into the story. It's really funny. It's about 2 5th graders who are they're entering a writing/drawing contest, and they are rivals, and it's what happens when they decide what to do about it. J versus K, Jerry versus Kwame. Super fun. And this series everybody loves, the My Life As. This one is My Life as a Meme. Who doesn't love a meme? We know all the kids do. So My Life as a Meme, they're gonna have fun with this. Now, last act, just a sec. Let me pull it over here. Lisa Phipps' novel in verse, and then boom, a powerful, powerful story about a boy trying to really take care of himself when he doesn't really have the adults in his life that he needs to be helping him out, and how he gets through that and how he sorts that out and how he works through his feelings and what he's doing and how he realizes he doesn't have to do everything alone. And then boom, it's a great one. Concealed, never knowing who you are, never knowing your own identity. Things get crazy in this book. This book is wild. I mean, when I read this book, I was like, holy cow. The story was nuts. And it's about this girl, and she is trying to figure out who she is. Her parents have never really told her. They moved from place to place. And she drags this other kid in to her adventurous life that she doesn't mean to be adventurous, but concealed. I really like it. A lot of mystery, a lot of excitement, a lot of adventure. Dan Gemeinhardt, if you've ever read anything of his, always, always good. This one I haven't read though, Good Dog. Looks exciting, looks interesting. I do love everything that Dan Gemeinhardt writes, so I'm sure that this one will be as good as the rest, including The Remarkable Adventures, The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise. So this one, Coyote and her dad Rodeo on the road in the yellow school bus, back and forth across the United States, trying to put their life back together after something has happened to them that was life-changing and was tough and was hard, and they've moved into this school bus and they are on the road. And when you're on the road, things happen, adventures, new people, new events, old memories, family, friends. This is book 1. Book 2 is also out. We don't have it yet because got to get 1 on the shelf first, right? So Coyote Sunrise, love it. All right. Oh, this one, The Song for a Whale by Lynn Kelly. There's this whale. It's a blue whale. And is it a blue whale? I think. Anyway, this whale can't sing in the same octave as the other whales. And so he travels alone, doesn't have a pod, doesn't have friends. This young girl who's deaf, she finds out about Blue and she wants to sing to him. And she wants to do it. She wants to create this song. She wants to let that whale know that he's heard and that there are people who are listening to him. And what a fascinating story when you think about someone who can't hear dealing with everything that involves hearing, and this adventure that she goes on without telling her parents, and what happens with her and this whale. Such a beautiful story by Lynn Kelly. The Frindle Files, the sequel to Frindle. We get to find out what has happened all these years later, for us all these years later, in the book probably not, I haven't got to read it yet. What has happened to our creator of the Frindle? Of course, all of you are sitting out there with your Frindles, taking notes furiously right now as you watch this. Frindle Files, Andrew Clements. So excited. Always, always, always love Gordon Korman. Love everything he writes. He's probably my favorite middle grade author. So here we have Old School, about a boy who has grown up in a retirement community. His best friends are all in their 70s, 80s, 90s, and even 100. And the government finds out he's not been going to school. So they send him to middle school with kids his own age. And it is not easy to fit in. It is the weirdest place ever for him, having spent his whole childhood in this retirement community. Always funny, great, pulls on the heartstrings. Old School, Gordon Korman. And one of his newest ones that I haven't gotten to yet is Snoop. Don't even know what it's about. Haven't even looked at it yet. Can't wait, because I always love Gordon Korman's books. Snoop, newest one, going on the shelf this week. One of my favorite books of the year by Kate Messner, The Trouble with Heroes, about this boy who has had a rough go. He's lost his dad. It's just him and mom, and he's just angry one day, and he kicks over a tombstone in a cemetery, and it turns out that the lady whose tombstone it was, she was the founder of this group of people who climbed all 46 mountains in the Adirondacks, and for his repentance for doing the damage to this tombstone, he is tasked with climbing these 46 mountains over the course of a summer. And what a story. What a story. The Trouble with Heroes gets into issues with COVID, things that we went through as a nation, 9/11 and the things we went through as a nation, and how people recovered from those events and didn't recover from those events, and how they still tie together and how they affect us even now in 2025. All mixed in with nature and rock climbing and mountain climbing and hiking and a dog. Yeah, it's got everything. The Trouble with Heroes. 2 more to go, friends. The sequel to Barbara O'Connor's Wish is Dream. So we are back with another one again. Wish is a book that never stays on the shelf. How to Steal a Dog is a book that never stays on the shelf. Dream is a book that is never going to stay on the shelf. The kids are going to eat this up. I'm so excited to bring out the sequel to Wish. Can't wait. And the last one is the book 2 of the Misfits series. This one's called A Copycat Conundrum. This is book 2. It is, I would say, more fun even than book 1. I think this one I liked better than book 1. This book is exciting, it's fun, it's got pictures, it's got adventure, it's got these kids who are this secret society of spies and mystery solvers and crime fighters who go to a school and no one else in their school knows that that's what they do. And they live on this island, and it kind of feels like an Alcatraz island, but way fancier and way nicer and a lot going on. So Misfits, book 2. You guys, that is 40 books that I am rolling out this week. Middle grade fiction. It's going to be amazing. I hope that my kids are so excited to read these books, as excited as I am for them to read these books, as much as I've read a lot of these, and I can't wait to read some of these other ones. What are you reading with your kids right now? Happy reading, friends. Bye.